Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ReeRoles. I'm proud to present to you Bourbon Street Blues. Today, we'll just go ahead and go through our intro a little bit quicker, as I imagine these wonderful people have lots of things to tell you. So, we will start this time with our storyteller.
Hi, I am Ari. I am the sort of head of this crazy ship we are on, but it is amazing, and I am here for fun. And let's see what chaos they get up to tonight, because I'm excited.
Right, next up, Kira.
Hi, I am Kira, and I am also super excited to see what's going to unfold for today.
All right, Di, your turn.
Hi, I'm Di. I am playing Madame Cherie Benoit, Ventru, uh, Elder Maven of the New Orleans underworld.
All right, Ursa, your turn.
With diddly do. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Ursa Ringer. I'm in here even though Ree don't love me. That's okay though. You still owe me chicken wings.
I don't think that's true.
We got
Monolith, your turn.
receipts. Pull over.
Sir Monolith, your turn.
Yeah, so I'm playing Hank. He's a thin blood that doesn't think he's a vampire, and he's on a mission to become the best detective in Louisiana.
All right. And with our cast introduced, I will surrender the narrative over to our lovely storyteller.
Did you introduce yourself?
Nope.
I am a mystery.
Gonna rewrite
Okay.
his
You were the most interesting.
retails.
Sure. I will be playing Ardashir, our resident Zimichi, with a very unique take on morality.
There we go. Now we can begin. The city of New Orleans has passed another day with everybody, sometimes in slumber. There's a thin blood who occasionally likes to stay up a little later during the day. But tonight the weather is 71 degrees. It is a very humid 86% outside. You guys can't feel it, but your animal and human companion certainly can. Tonight is the gala that Aiden has been working towards in help of their coterie mate Cedric, of course. But Aiden, would you like to describe your gala?
Oh, certainly. So the gala itself is placed in the high end area of the Bourbon Street. It is placed in the older building with extravagant designs on top. Like I said, it definitely looks fancy. The individuals who walks in, and you can see valet driving six to seven figure cars. That's where I was looking for. Into parking structures. As clearly well-off individuals in high tailored suits, and some name brand, some custom made, make their way aside. The location would be a two-story establishment. One on the bottom meant for a bit more dancing and communication, and on the top is where the auction would take place. And yeah, that's a bit what the gala looks like.
Good, excellent, excellent. Can everybody please make me their rouse checks? Let's see how hungry we are getting tonight.
It's that time of night.
It's that time of night.
Yay, rolled a 9.
Zoinks.
I also rolled a 9.
Pass.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
We all know how important this is. We on point.
Yeah.
Cedric, how is things going?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a 2.
This is for you, fam.
But we got donuts. It's okay.
Okay.
We
Okay.
ate a couple donuts.
Cool. As you guys are awakened for this evening, you guys are able to start getting ready prepared for this gala. It is to help Cedric, so there will be some heavy hitters there tonight at the gala, including some of your vampiric people you have ran into for this gala so far. Jacob Reinhardt of Clan Toreador will be there. Victoria LaBelle of Clan Hakata will be there. Um, as will a few other people, most notably Cecilia Locklear of Hope's Hollow, which is an advocacy group that has been involved along with several CEOs of some charities. Andy has officially announced that she will be joining the group for the evening. So as you guys step in to the gala, we shall start off with Miss Cherie. What are you wearing?
I think Cherie went into the back of her closet and pulled out a dress that reeks of mothballs.
I had a feeling. Ooh.
And it is this. It is absolutely one of those situations where they don't make it like this anymore. This is a dress that she has kept preserved very carefully since like 1890 or so. And it is this fitted sort of jacket with that thick, heavy embroidered brocade. And she goes through the efforts of putting on the petticoat. There's even like a little like fancy bustle at the back, like one of those like wire bustle things that goes underneath the skirt, and it's floor length, and it is I think a rich like emerald green with that gold embroidery all over it, and then it's got that very classic sort of cut in the bodice. So it's like a square neckline. You have like a little bit of a poofy sleeve as well, but it's definitely. It almost looks like she would be better fit at a Ren Fair or Elysium or something like that. But she's absolutely dressing to make a statement, and this is the nice dress she has that she busts out for parties, and it's 200 years old and she doesn't care.
Perfect, perfect. Ardashir, what are you wearing tonight?
Well, first, Ardashir has used vicissitude to improve his appearance, to give himself stunning, to look his best. But he is dressed in all black and white, and specifically in an African-inspired outfit that is basically almost as long as a dress, with these kind of thick and ornate designs that, with a careful eye, some would recognize the symbol of Clan Yimichi spread throughout.
Ooh,
Perfect. Making a note of that. Hank, what are you wearing tonight?
Ooh, well, don't get asked that very often. But Hank's, very busy. So tonight, Hank would probably be dressed up in. He doesn't have a lot of fancy suits, but he's probably got a nice enough looking, like work type jacket, business type suit that he can wear to, make sure that he doesn't look completely out of place. And then, of course, we got the ragtag security.
Perfect, perfect. Cedric?
All right. For those of you who are familiar with a certain Marvel comic, we wearing Kingpin colors, baby. We got the off-white tuxedo, but we've got the bow tie, and each one has a donut on each respective end of the bow tie.
How big is Cedric?
The Bluetooth is still in his ear. It is still on his ear, and he has slicked his hair to look more appropriate. But he's very much got the slick back hair going on. I didn't say pimp name Slickbag. Let's be clear about that.
How
Even though he
how
be
big
dope.
are you? Like how big is our donut kingpin?
Oh, he's average height. He ain't true kingpin size, but what is Cedric? What did I make him, like 5'7", something like that?
I think so.
Yeah. So average height, but he's definitely rocking the colors. He's got the gold handkerchief sticking out. You know, the little pocket filler. You know, he figures like, it may be a nice gala for the poor people, but that don't mean I can't flex on the haters.
Making a note of that. And for our lovely host, Aiden, how are you attired tonight?
So Aiden is wearing a luxury brand Briani suit. Is going to be dressed in all black with hints of gold trailing inside. There is a white shirt underneath it, well tailored, of course, with a gold handkerchief. Has black slacks and, of course, designer shoes. The hair is actually pulled back into a ponytail that then curls down almost rich in the finest of cocoa butters, and it keeps the curls nice and luxurious. His studying presence will have a nice study dot merit, making sure that he is presented in all of his gorgeous glory, and he makes his way aside.
Perfect. The gala is slowly getting started. You guys are the first guests to arrive so far. You can see the catering crew that you guys have hired is making sure everything looks neat, acceptable. Um, as you guys are entering, um, Aiden, you know Amelia's around here somewhere. She's probably still in the back, either getting herself ready or attending to a few other affairs she has. The guests do start to come in. Aiden, as this is your guest list, you do start to recognize the various CEOs of these charity groups you have invited. Cecilia Locklear is a very tall woman with her hair braided back out of her face. She is wearing a almost sapphire colored gown. And she has a few of her, what you would gather as assistants with her, in nice attire as well. Um,
How does she look like in the look scenario? Is she standard, beautiful, studied,
she would be beautiful.
beautiful? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
oh,
did you
sorry.
have another
What was the physical appearance?
physical appearance? She has beautiful dark skin. Her hair is braided back. She's wearing what looks to be some gold earrings, some dangly earrings. They look almost like chandelier in an effect. A sapphire gown. It is not low cut. It actually comes up to where her neck is, kind of is tied around. It's sleeveless, so she doesn't have any. She has a jacket on over it
Mm-hmm.
instead. Um, that's how Miss Cecilia looks.
Gotcha. Going into the one note. Okay. How tall are we saying?
She is rather tall. You would say about 5'8", 5'9", plus her shoes, so she's probably topping around 5'10".
Okay. I
Um,
already know what she's doing. That's why. That's
I,
all.
yeah, no, I got plans.
Mhm.
Jacob is also there. He is wearing his usual red suit. Blonde hair is kind of looks like he made some attempt to slick it back a little bit, but his hair's slightly curly, so it's kind of starting to curl a little bit in the back. He is stunning, as is most of Clan Toreador. He looks a little nervous as he's kind of like looking around, and you'd gather he's probably looking for Amelia,
Mm.
hoping to see her before everybody comes in. Um, Miss Victoria LaBelle has also arrived. She is dressed a little bit more like artist sheer, more traditional clothing. Um, looks completely regal in her attire. She does have a few attendants with her, whether they are ghouls or other members of Clan Hekata. you are uncertain of, ignore my shadow who decided to pop up and say hi.
The Sabra makes their appearance.
You know, there's one in every house on occasion.
Hmm.
What are you doing? Okay. Well, we're gonna ignore her and continue on with our thoughts. The rest of the groups does start to arrive, and the music is playing. You can hear people starting to chat amongst each other. And I will turn the story over to you guys.
Perfect. So I'm assuming that all of are we all together? The coterie, well, I call the rich kids, even though I'm not sure if this is the confirmed name of our coterie just yet. Are we all together, or have we?
I'm down being the rich kids, but
Oh, okay.
You know how we do.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to confirm. I was like, are we all together in a group, or are we starting to make a way? Oh, we're all together in the group.
I'm down
So
for that.
you all have found each other.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Ada will look up towards the others and says, well, looks like things are coming along quarterly. What do you all think?
Man, thanks, Aiden. This shindig is swell.
I can only
Gee.
take part of the credit. A lot of it has to go to my sire and a few others who would be here joining us. But I'm glad that you are joining. This is primarily for you.
You wouldn't be against me meeting them and giving them my thanks and respect, would you?
Oh, she should be making her appearance shortly. She's just taking care of a few things.
You got it.
I just kind of beam down or beam up, I suppose, so proudly at Cedric for like all of these social niceties, and which obviously I expect out of him, but like still like that proud mom, like, oh yes, I taught you well, and look how good you're doing, even if I had nothing to do with
Yeah.
this in the first place. I'm still like kind of taking credit for it. And yes, this is a beautiful, beautiful soiree. Thank you so much for hosting this, Cedric. You're behaving just so wonderfully. Thank you.
Gee, thanks, Grandma.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Oh boy, do I get some caramels later?
Well, of course I absolutely have a
I'm
purse.
joking.
I
I'm
put out a
joking.
Werther's original. I absolutely have a Werther's original.
An original Werther's original.
Yeah, it is original, like from one of like the first batches. No,
Yes.
actually, I lied. I don't have a Werther's original. What I do have is a very dry, very crusty praline.
Oh my God. Let's go. Pull that thing out. I'm here for it. Yes.
I think Ada just looks at it and is like, what?
The hell is that?
It's a praline. This was made by one of the best people that I ever knew that made the stuff.
Is it one of your curios? Are you sure?
Well,
That is so
Granny, no,
it
odd.
might have
it's
some magical
petrified.
powers, but nothing, beyond the sort of mundane human kind.
So
Yeah,
odd
you
that
can
you
go
all
ahead and
can
put that
eat.
back.
So odd that you all can eat so freely.
You live in New Orleans and you can't eat. And you can do all of this?
Why would I want to eat? I can gain more than enough from proper sustenance, and eating like a human is.
Oh, I'm
I'm
assuming.
sorry, Ree. I take my purse and I smack you with it. I say, you live in the best food city in the world, and you won't eat the food here, and you can do all of this. You're wasting your time.
Does somebody need a nap?
It's worth the effort.
Oh, so I haven't got a chance to roll for it, but I am definitely blushing of life because there's a lot of morals here that.
Yeah, that's important. Let me do
same,
that as well.
same.
I know I forgot something.
You mean a lot of food?
Oh yeah, the first roll was what you get?
But don't you mean a lot of food? There's a lot of food here.
Oh yeah.
I am making a note to send off that thank you card.
Well, what'd you get, Di?
got Nate.
2-8. What? Yes, already. Yes, that thank you card is definitely go around the entire party. Cedric, what is that face? Again, this party is for you.
I rolled a 5. I
No,
guess I'm destined
no.
to have at least a bout of hunger. So
well, okay.
So the Cedric is slightly hungies. Ardashir, did you roll for?
Oh, I did. Yes, I've also gained hunger.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Carry
I
on.
meant hunger 3 for the record.
not unusual. Yeah, I can't say.
Good. Fortunately, my humanity 8 stealth has the advantage on that roll, and I got a 10, which doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's hunger too. Okay.
So Ada will also look towards Hank and be like, by the way, Hank, I want to say thank you for having your clientele, well, not really your clientele, but your employees help attend as security here. We pretty sure you've seen some of the individuals transporting the high-end goods in the back, and with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of merchandise here that's ready for sale. And we always appreciate having the additional security necessary to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, it's I think they tell people I trust everybody until you give me a reason not to, but I'm always going to be safe.
Exactly. As you can imagine, I hope for the best, but would like to prepare for the worst, and you are definitely helping in that second aspect. So again, a huge thank you for that. And of course, you all will be handsomely paid for this endeavor.
Well, I'm sure that's most of the reason they're doing it.
Yes.
All right. Could I have brought the donuts?
Yes, you could have brought your donuts.
Okay. Is Artistry doing anything to indicate he's a little more hungry than usual?
No.
Well, you know what Cedric would. He kind of be like, "Listen, if you need a little something to take the edge off, I brought donuts."
Your actions are appreciated, but I am all right.
The donuts are good. Eat.
I made them myself. Trust me.
You're too
Perhaps
skinny.
later. I assure you, my appearance is exactly as I want it to be, barring certain restrictions.
If you say so. And Cedric's gonna down a couple.
If you can look however you want, then a donut won't hurt you. Eat a donut.
Yeah, you're gonna want to eat too, if you're feeling a little hungry.
Oh, is this a part of that badge that you were referring to?
Not that batch. My own batch.
Your
That I made.
Understood.
Well, hold on. Artisher said he has some restrictions. Are you a vegan?
No, there
If
are
he was vegan, he would have told
restrictions.
you.
That's
There are restrictions on what I'm allowed to look like in present company.
He would have told you.
They said vegan.
I think Aiden actually smiles, but then thinks about it and is like, technically he's considered a vegan? No, is it vegan or no? It's farmer. That's what it's called, farmer. Because we don't partake in the humane, so they just smile and nod, but they can't really jump in on the joke because they're technically the vegans of the kindred world.
I would caution you to remember that certain substances has a smell that could be problematic if the wrong people were to smell it.
Well, hurry up and eat one.
In what way?
And then I can get them out of here.
In what way is it problematic?
We wouldn't want people asking questions. We have to maintain the illusion.
Does the donuts have a strong smell associated with blood, or does it smell more like? Does it cover it up? Like does the sugar and everything? I think Aiden will put on heightened senses just to get like and just they're not going to grab the donuts or anything. They're just going to take a deep breath from where they are and see if they can be able to detect smells of, I guess, something that appears supernatural or blood related of the donuts.
Put blood in your donuts? I thought that was just raspberry jelly or something.
Yeah, because outside it just looks like raspberry jelly, so that's why I was just like, is there like a smell that's associated with it? So yeah, I would like to roll to see if I can smell it.
Sure, go ahead. Make me a wits and aspects. Wits awareness plus aspects.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a crit. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 successes with a crit.
On the surface level, all you are really getting is that sugary smell from the donuts, the smell of sugar, the the tanginess from the bread underneath. With your heightened smell, you can smell like a brief whiff of blood, but it's undetectable otherwise. You actually have to do like a couple of sniffs before it actually reaches your senses of smell.
Aiden, takes a few breaths in, and then pauses for a second, and then look towards the other and says, "Yeah, I have a strong sense of smell among other senses, and even among that, the area of artistry is concerned is very faint. So you've done a very good job covering it as a possibility, but it can be determined if someone happened to investigate it by chance. I think it would take particular circumstances or the right circumstances for someone to discover it, but it is possible. It's just extremely faint, and I have I'm relatively trained when it comes to strong senses.
There are also people with better senses of smell than us.
Such as?
Let's just say that we are not the only things in the night. Some do not take very kindly to our kind and us talking about them.
Aiden nods, and then I think Reese surveys the scene to make sure everything still is looking fresh.
Everything is looking as it was. More people have filtered in because the guest list is open to a few more people outside of the ones that I did name. It does look like everybody is enjoying themselves. There's chattering. You can hear the occasional slight ting of like glasses chiming together. The waiters and waitresses are mingling through the crowd, passing out hors d'oeuvres, glasses of champagne. You can see Amelia has found Jacob. She has seemingly slipped by without anybody noticing. They are walking kind of arm in arm, lightly around the outer ring. Looks like they are talking a little bit together, enjoying themselves. Victoria has found a seat. She is sitting at a table with her attendants, the ones that she brought with her. There's probably 4 individuals sitting there with her. Again, it's hard to determine if they are ghoul or other members of Clan Hecata. Besides that, Miss Cecilia Locklear has also found a table and is sitting talking to, looks like a couple of the CEOs. The way that they're talking makes it more look like they are discussing business of some sort, presumably networking between them. As again, this is not only a time to have fun and relax and also help clear Cedric's name a little bit, but also they are networking with other charities and other charitable organizations.
So I think at that, I think Ada would kind of like gesture his head towards, Cecilia and the mortals. It says, "Well, how does everyone feel of starting the bridge per se and talking to some of our guests?"
Let's mingle, baby.
Why does that feel like Knights the Roxbury just starts to play? What is love?
Introducing Chuck Tingle.
No. Chuck is an icon, and I will not have him besmirched this way. He is pure and good.
A shining beacon of hope in this dark, dark world.
Actually, yes.
So Aiden and Cedric are presumably going to talk to Miss Cecilia.
Oh, that was the invitation for everyone to come, but of course, if someone was to stay
Is
behind.
everybody going with them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm
Sherry's going. Hank?
half looking for maybe little old ladies like me, and like maybe half looking for people. If anyone seems Tremere, I'm looking for both those things as we're moving along.
Make me a let's do this as wits and occult. Artishir, are you going with the group, or are you going to be talking to somebody else?
I will go with the group.
Excellent. So as you guys make your way through the crowd, you can see Cecilia does look up from her conversation as she's sitting there and does recognize Aiden and does kind of stand up to shake your hand as she's getting up from her chair, smoothing her dress out before she extends her hand out.
Cecilia's last name was Lockhart, right? No,
Locklear.
Locklear, okay. Yes. Ada, of course, would gently shake her hand in the proper method, usually in their establishment. Nothing too firm, but nothing like flimsy either. It says,
Prowess.
Take it. You said the last name was Locklear, right?
Locklear.
Locklear. There you go. Locklear. Sorry, I have to look at the spelling. Ada would say, Miss Locklear, it's a pleasure. I hope you are enjoying your stay so far.
It is a remarkable party so far. I was getting to speak to the CEOs of one of our one of the kitchens here that does reduced meals and also provides food for underprivileged in our community, as well as actually one of the people who does Habitats for Humanity here as well. We were having a remarkable discussion, actually.
Perfect. Do tell. I would like to hear more of this discussion in my chat. And by the way, Ada will of course starts to introduce everyone in the coterie, starting with, of course, Arjashir. I was looking at how did I forget your name, character? Your character. Cherie, sorry, because I was looking at Zoom. Cherie, and of course Cedric. Yes, I introduced them to the group.
And she will also extend her hand to each one of the individuals to shake it as well.
Artishir will.
Pleasure.
Pleasure, Mr.
Artishir will take her hand and kiss the back of it. It is good to meet you. I've heard many wonderful things.
Oh, well, it is lovely to meet you all as well. Please join us. And she's indicating to like the open seats that are still at the table. Well, we were just discussing the possibility of perhaps a campaign between us. Mr. Davidson is one of the people who has organized one of the kitchens in the area. He is actually looking to branch out and do another couple of places throughout the city. They are new to our New Orleans. They did come from Baton Rouge up a little bit north. I do hear they also have a couple of branches up Miss Sharon over here, her and I have spent many times working together. They are currently working on a new building project to hopefully create about 20 homes, with more on the horizon. And as you know, she continues with introducing the rest of the people at the table, her assistants, their assistants, um, a couple wives, the husband there as well as they are talking.
Sorry, and because
Sorry.
no worries. Could you repeat what was their specialty per se? Mr. Davidson, Miss
Mr.
Sharon.
Davidson does kitchens to help with reduced meals and also to help feed older people as well as children when school is out. Um, and then Miss Sharon, who you have met previously through another connection, is uh, the head of the local branch of the Habitat for Humanity,
What
which
was her name again? Miss Sherry?
Miss Sharon.
Sharon.
Sure. No, let me stop.
Oh no, I love these people.
Sharon's husband is there, as is Mr. Davidson's wife. Two older people. They are an older set of people, mixed ages between mid 50s to late 50s, early 60s. So they're older people. The attendants or the assistants all look to be in their like late 20s, 30s area. One of them a little older than the rest, presumably in their late 30s, early 40s range.
Perfect. All right, yeah. So Ada will sit back and let Cedric speak. Since
Well, greetings all around, handshakes all around, proper eye contact, all the proper business ticks.
Mm-hmm,
Mhm.
And I mean, y'all knowing Cedric by now, you can tell that upon hearing what they do, he's kind of effectively puts that information in a side pocket in the back of his mind, just to be like, I'm in business mode.
I was wondering if the steak face was going to appear, but I'm glad, I'm glad it didn't.
No, 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 no. He has some composure. He has some composure.
Perfect.
Well, thank you for inviting me to join you all. I'm new to the area, and I'm in charge of Divine Donuts up the road.
Oh, we did
Um,
we did hear about your business opening. Has business been good?
it's been pretty good lately. We've had our challenges, but who wouldn't? Especially when you're from out of town, moving in. People have their favorites, but you talk to the people, you get to know them, and you do your best to make the community a better place.
That's wonderful to hear, Mr. Donahue. Perhaps if you would like eventually, I do know with Mr. Davidson's business, it'd be wonderful to get to maybe join up for during the summer. Kids in our community do love donuts.
Back of mine. Oh,
I am if I can, I am like elbowing him like, yes, do it.
he's actually leaping on this. You can tell he's accustomed to these situations. Like this you don't need help from him.
I have
I'd
nothing to
be
do with it, and I'm so proud.
I'd be more than happy to. Please let me know anything you need, a donation, an extra pair of hands. He holds up his hands comically. Yeah, just let me know what you need.
Mr. Davidson does reach out and hand you one of his business cards. We would love to work with you, especially during the summer. There are a lot of kids out of school, so it does make occasionally those who do rely on their school lunches. Any help you could offer would be great. We do also partner with one of the local youth centers, since most children do also tend to go there during while their parents are at work. We do tend to do packaged meals for them. So if you would like to maybe uh, join in and maybe a couple boxes of donuts or something like that would be very very helpful.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
And the communication is continuing. Aiden, it does look like it's a little bit more of a success as you're watching them start to talk and plan. Cherie, you did not see anybody when you rolled your dice. You don't see anyone Tremere like or anything like that. Um, but as the conversation continues, you're welcome to chime in with anything you would like.
Aiden is going to take a look at his sire. How is his? He's been keeping an eye out
Hmm.
on her during this entire ordeal. Kind of like split focus. Definitely, for most people, they wouldn't be able to tell that he's doing anything else, paying attention to the conversation and the ordeals at hand. But just he's definitely being of two minds and is keeping an eye out on his sire. And just for curiosity's sake, how is she dressed at the moment? When we're meeting with Jacob.
Her silvery blonde hair is pulled back up into an elegant bun atop her head. She is wearing a silvery blue dress, very lightly jeweled, with what you know to be her more costume jewel pieces because she's not too big about showing off wealth. She is sitting over at Victoria LaBelle's table. Does look like they're in a little bit of a having a fun conversation because Victoria has one of her rare smiles on her face. Um, that very rarely happens with her because she tends to be a little bit more stern. Jacob has returned to the table. It looks like he's got a glass of champagne in his hand and he sets it in front of Amelia before he takes the seat. Looks like he went to go grab her a drink while her and Victoria were talking.
A drink. Interesting. Okay. Does the drink looks to be of a wine variety, or is it something?
It looks to be champagne. She has it in front of her. She hasn't drank it. Presumably she's doing it for appearances.
I see. Okay. All right. Just that purple drink. So I just kind of curious. Just keep an eye out for that. But they're still, paying attention to the group in front of them, and they were saying, so in the upcoming moments, not currently, but eventually, there's going to be a few auctions that we have in place. Is there anything in particular that you had on mind on attempting to obtain for the evening?
You see Cecilia does kind of look at you for a moment. And what are the items they are able to bid on?
Oh, okay. So there's quite a few. There's definitely quite a few items. I think for one of the items that is more on the occult variety is a very not semi-large tome that is black with gold writing on the top. That seems to be very old. Definitely, definitely. You know what? So definitely a book that has clearly been around for a long period of time. Second is another book, but it is a limited edition version of this comic called Snowstorm Comics Rise of the Nephilim. This issue has just came out around 10 years ago, and Snowstorm Comics took off, became a Fortune 500 company, and so this comic is clearly worth, as the bare minimum, $1.6 million.
If you can't live your dreams in your TTRPGs, where can you live them?
No, it's not a dream. We are speaking it into the ether. But
there you go, manifestation.
Exactly, manifestation. That's been my life for years.
I am rich.
Yeah. Pretty much. So yeah. So yeah, so there's that in there. There's also going to be a nice, fantastic necklace made of just the nice variety of jewels. Of course, none that is associated with like the blood diamond train or anything like that. We want these jewels to be definitely more wealthily incorporated, but still very expensive, of a value also of over $1 million, and just a wide variety of different items, ranging from the smaller end. The lowest end would probably be around like 75,000. To the most expensive being the Snowstorm Comics comic. That's that will probably be, probably about 2.5, 3 million.
I thought it was 1.6. What happened?
We had to jump it up a bit. I had to think about it for a second. I was just like, let's increase that market value real quick. Let's increase that cap.
Okay, so these are the large target items that you listed first.
Yes.
And I'm guessing the rest are like paintings, vases, other.
Exactly.
Okay. The large occult tome. What is that?
Oh, can I go into it?
Sure. What is it? That's going to
So-
depend on who's going to buy what.
Okay. So I was wondering if you allow for me to establish what the tome is. So this tome is a not limited edition. It's a rare book associated with a religion, which on the outhand appears to be more like a high fantasy religion that came around in the 1700s, that thinks that could have been all away for a period of time. But when you look deeper, it kind of looks into more of maybe what Wakanda stands for.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. You see Cecilia kind of leans a little bit further. Actually, I was kind of interested in one of the vases. I do have a slight vase collection going on at my house, and I'm always looking to add another one to it. I'm not too much of a book person. I have small children, and they do tend to tear pages out of books. So I thought it would be a little safer with something I can put up higher on my shelf.
And yet your vase is safe?
Oh, I have shelves for the vases. They don't tend to bother those nearly as much as the books. All of my poor coffee table books have scribbles in them, but it's okay. I figured I would leave those to another person.
Are the auction items in plain sight?
Would there be a catalog that you would have sent out?
There would be a catalog, but no, they are well protected with at least half of Hank's. No offense, I don't mean to speak for Hank's, but I'm assuming at least a good majority of Hank's forces are protecting those items to make sure they don't get stolen. Having them out in the open like that—that's a one-way ticket. Would be like, yoink, sticky fingers.
I
yeah.
had to ask, but you won't notice when you were talking about the Snowstorm comics. Cedric would have made a little bit of a face.
Oh really?
Okay,
Oh, really?
and is this a good? Okay, whoever wants to roll me some wits and insight. Cedric, if you were trying to compose yourself to hide your thing, do me some composure and subterfuge.
Super aware of Cedric, and right now I am so proud of him. It has nothing to do with me, but I'm claiming stake to it anyway.
Artist
There's some
here
parents out there
has
like that.
very clearly lost interest in the conversation. And is
yeah.
watching
Oh,
the other
fuck.
kindred.
Are you on your phone?
No, he's watching the other kindred.
Yeah. And that's why they
Yeah,
went to the
mortal
mortals.
concerns.
Yeah, that's why you went to the mortals first, because we're saving the we know artist here is more for the kindred, right? Oh, sorry. Dice face. That's
Okay, I need someone to interpret the dice for me.
Uh-huh.
So there's 2 1s,
Okay.
but then I also have 2 9s, and my hunger die is a 60. So a 6.
6. So that's a pass. You've got 3 successes.
Yeah, 3 successes. Yeah.
Okay, so the
That's
2
good.
1s on just regular die
failure.
don't matter.
Yeah, no, they're
Okay.
not failures.
Awesome. Listen, 2 1s looking at me, I get concerned.
That's fair. That's fair.
And you know what? They were both not on the new dice.
Why? No, put the old dice aside.
Yes.
Do not cross the streams.
Yes. How about all your rolls? You should just do rolls that have 3 dice or less.
I would probably
Okay.
do better. I would do better on fewer dice.
What's the do you want me to roll to school my expression or
Yes,
just like
yes.
okay.
Roll to school your expression. A composure and subterfuge.
Okay, composure and
I got
subterfuge.
3 with express awareness, so I don't know if I see anything.
My luck, y'all probably gonna beat me, and I hate it here.
Oh, Hank, did you roll?
Yeah, for wits and awareness, I got 3.
Perfect.
Okay, so I believe that's gonna be a pool of 5.
Oh wow. Nice.
Told you he's got composure. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's a venture. He had to survive somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Miss Dior as your sire? Absolutely.
Cherie? Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I think that's all I get. I don't get any of the fancy things. Yeah, might as well put mine wouldn't factor in here. I don't think so. We do it live. Oh wow, 4 successes out of 5.
All
Not bad.
right. Who
No
all
one
got
beat it.
4? No one beat it.
Mhm.
Cedric's expression is very well concealed from you guys.
I wasn't trying to pay attention to that. I was more focused on entertaining the guests because Ada doesn't have any personal feelings to Snowstorm Comics.
I was having you roll to see if he was interested or not in the book. But yes, you may continue with your conversations.
Yes. And the others, what were you two considering from the catalog that may be of your interest?
Oh, my lovely wife does have a jewelry collection. We were actually looking into the necklace. I appreciate that you were ensuring that the diamonds were sourced ethically. It is so easy nowadays for people to miss the fact that some diamonds are not ethically sourced, and actually their purchasing does cause distress to the people who have to mine them.
Of course.
Fund conflict as well.
I appreciate that. Yes, we, as someone who values human life very highly, that's something we always want to take caution in regards to something along those lines, and make sure that the items that we possess are gathered together in among the most humane thing possible. Because if we can make those steps moving forward, then those practices will have no choice but to stop. So we take steps ourselves to make sure that we don't participate in that endear. They would have to make the changes to fit what we're doing. So
yes, and we do appreciate it, and I know my wife will enjoy it very much. What made you want to put on this gala?
well, it was something that we wanted to pursue because we realized it seems very difficult for people to cross the streams of sorts. And from a personal standpoint, I was not always gifted in this endeavor. I myself happened to be lucky, happened to have family who was well off and brought me into the fold and made me become the person I am today. But I was not always like this. And so if I could do my task, my methods to help bridge the gap and bring people to at least be able to sit at the table like we can, then I think we've done better as society as a whole. If you look at history, if you look at the old companies of the 1800s, they were actually pursuing and looking into society as a whole. They donated their funds into building libraries and the betterment of cities as a whole. It's only recently that companies became more self-indulgent and self-encouraging. But if you look in the 1800s, there were companies that were looking better, that were trying to do things better in society, that don't get much credit. And so I want to make that change.
We appreciate that very much, and it's going to be a very exciting evening by the sounds of it.
Ada nods and then looks at Cedric to kind of like help. No, you kind of like start the ball.
I'd say that Cedric was pointedly nodding and listening, but the thoughts are creeping in. They want me to do what? For who? Freaking why? Freaking why? Who cares where the diamonds come from? They're diamonds. I mean, they ain't my diamond, but they're diamonds. They look good. They make money.
But is that Cedric's head or that Cedric's
That's Cedric's head. He ain't gonna say that out loud.
Yeah.
Cedric has composed
So
himself very well.
disappointed.
But I'm just saying that for the purpose of, because I know our beloved storyteller. If someone were peering in mentally, and that was a particularly high pool, that's what's going through the consciousness right now.
Like, what's wrong with these folks? They're diamonds.
Everything you all speak of is extraordinarily admirable. I must admit, I've only come to light about these situations quite recently, and that's why I'm making strides to do the right thing.
We do appreciate that. It's going to be very exciting to work with you. When is the auction starting?
In about 30 to 45 minutes.
Well, I believe I do see Marcella, who is one of the other who I know very well from our clothing distribution area. Let me go say hi to her. And you see that Mr. Davidson and his wife do stand up from the table. Marcella is an older woman who is kind of walking around talking to the different people. She's at another table with a bunch of just the more regular attendees. Looks like they're having a conversation. And if you guys wish to stay at this table, you are welcome to do so, or you can move on and greet your other guests.
Yes, I think. Well, I wasn't sure about we'll speak for others, but Ada would probably start to make his way over to the kindred side.
Yeah, Cedric will politely excuse himself, and he, the nature of mingling is meet as many people as you can, get your name out there, hand out the cards. Y'all know y'all gotta put your name out there, be one with the people.
So before we kind of leave all of that, were Hank and I close enough together during the conversation about the vases? The vase collection?
Yeah, you were in that. You were in that conversation. She was not saying it quietly.
Okay, I want to I want to take my cane that I have with me, since I have a cane, since I'm not good at the walking anymore. I want to take the handle of it and poke it right into Hank's armpit, and I want to go, vases. Pretty sure she means something else. I think it's a cover.
Should we
Sheree,
follow her more closely?
Yeah, I think she's got that reefer madness.
Oh, do you think she's gonna try to steal something?
Maybe.
Oh man.
But you should really find out what she's about. Clearly it's something illegal and bad.
Oh no. Well, I mean, I'm not a cop anymore. So.
Yeah, but you've got connections, and if she's smoking and smelling the reefer, you can get her in trouble the way she should be for such illegal activity, don't you think?
I didn't smell any reefer.
But she's talking about collecting these vases and how she wants them more than these, clearly valuable books.
Oh, I mean, you know, what do you think that? Do you think? Did you guys? What's in the vases, guys?
Vases is a code word.
Oh.
Listen, sweetheart, honey, I run a shop on Bourbon Street where I sell to tourists. Do you know how many vases I sell a year? I sell a lot of vases.
I didn't know so many people liked flowers, but you know, at least on Bourbon Street. I mean, I know a lot of people like flowers. There's, you know, all the like people that do roses and stuff. Never really my thing, but
Sorry, my cat just walked back behind my computer and messed up absolutely everything.
sounds about right.
I mean, the tourists are one thing, but I mean, don't you? I thought you cared about law and order and investigating the mystery. And here's this person. What's she doing collecting vases? Don't you want to see what's happening?
You know, I don't care too much for the law unless it's paying me. You know, nowadays I'm just a gun for hire, you know, but I'm trying to be the best. And do you think she's going to get in the way of our business?
I think she very much could be.
Oh no, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
That's not good. Cedric, she's trying to move in on your donuts
Or something.
or something. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what vases have to do with donuts, but
Maybe the old bag is just being an old bag right now. You think of that, Hank?
I don't know. Well, you don't. Maybe.
Well, listen.
Right on.
If you
Are
don't
you
want
all
to do it, if you're
finished?
uncomfortable.
I was ready to go. It was Madame Cherie causing the fuss.
Just to clarify, Ada was not around doing any of that conversation. Ada already made their way over to the kitchen. Because it sounded like it was like a solo conversation between Diane.
I was kind of just trying to.
Oh, they were just.
I don't know if
back.
it came across right, but I was trying to manipulate Hank into investigating Cecilia to get dirt on her to further my own ends.
Well, in that case, Cedric was never there. I will redact myself. Pardon me.
Well, you can't. You
But
can't be,
if
you can't
Hank doesn't
suddenly
want to
become-
do that, Michael, if you don't want to do that, then
I mean,
wanna
he
do
can,
that.
like he can do that. He just wasn't. I don't know. Hank just wasn't feeling convinced.
no, totally fair.
And Cedric, you can't just wave a wand and suddenly become the unentertainer.
I was never here, dog.
Well, while they are having their mortal conversation, I would like to go and find some less lively conversationalist.
Of course, it's a mortal conversation. What kind of
you-
conversation would we have?
You are welcome to do so. I feel like you and Aiden are heading to the same spot.
All right. So yeah, I guess we make our way over to where the kindred resides. So yeah, I guess what are they currently doing at the moment? They're just having a conversation.
They are having a conversation. Amelia's kind of got her chair scooted a little closer to Victoria, and they're kind of got like their heads together as if they are presumably gossiping about something that you guys can't quite pick up on just yet because you guys are not close enough to hear them. Jacob is talking with one of the other members of Victoria's entourage. They appear to be kind of having like a jest.
You know what? I want to have to turn on that heightened senses and switch on the hearing. Just a piece to get to the gossip.
You can certainly turn on your heightened senses. Make me a wits and awareness. with your auspex into it. You see now that Andy has joined them, she is looking equally parts uncomfortable and flustered at the same time because she is not a party person and she's kind of just been at the table.
Andy is the dust board
Yeah,
lead, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's kind of got her purple hair pinned up in a bun. She's wearing looks like a regular long black dress that looks to be some form of a prom dress, probably from about 15 years past. And she's just kind of like sitting there with her drink in front of her, just kind of like, I don't want to be here. Like, no, nobody needs to make that roll. She just looks exceptionally uncomfortable.
I'm using willpower roll for that one. That was horrible. Oh, much better. Okay. 6 successes.
6 successes. You can hear snippets of their conversation because again, the room is sort of loud with a lot of other talking. There is a brief mention of who do you think's going to bid on what? Are you going to bid on anything? And it seems that Victoria, unlike many of the other ones, is interested in the comic book, but not for herself. It's more so she briefly makes a mention of a Giovanni who collects comics and how she is just kind of like, I think they will like that. You know, can't hurt. Might make you know how family is. They're a bit uncomfortable at times, but this might mend the little spat we had the other night. The Hakata family drama is pursuing to take place. But when she realizes you came over, you see Victoria leans back in her chair, instantly buttons it down.
Oh, instantly. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
And as you guys are approaching the table, we will be taking our 15-minute break here.
Oh, okay.
How could you?
Right. All right, then we are going to go ahead and start our break. All right, everyone, welcome back to our Vampire the Masquerade campaign. Without further ado, all right, please take over.
Ardashir and Aiden are heading towards the kindred table. Is any of the other ones you guys going to join? Or are you going to go mingle elsewhere?
Cedric's sticking with them.
Perfect. Sheree or Hank?
Well, Hank's not totally on board with a full-blown investigation, but he is raising his eyebrow now after somebody's series of comments. I don't know, this Sheree seems to be really invested in this. Maybe there's something to it. Perhaps we can get some.
Oh no.
Get some.
Perfect.
Oh no.
Perfect. So this is great. So Sheree, I'm assuming Sheree and Hank are about to go off and do their own thing. Excellent.
Oh, no.
Excellent.
Oh no.
For the ones who have decided to go over to the kindred area, Aiden, as you had approached the table, you did see Victoria LaBelle set back up, her face getting its stony exterior back, and you do see Amelia kind of lean back like they're like fixing her back of her hair, even though it looks immaculate. She just gives you that bright smile that you're used to. Aiden, I don't know if you've met. This is Victoria LaBelle. This is Jacob. You've met Jacob. And this is Giuliano, Dante, and Erica. They are all from our
Giuliano.
friends. From you see she kind of pauses as she's trying to figure out how to put it. Our other friends. But come join us.
Of course, thank you. I appreciate it. And Victoria, you don't have to change on my part. I do not mean to cause any disturbance to the previous conversation you had before. please have as much fun as possible. That was what we were trying to do here. This is, of course, Cedric right here, and this is Archershire, two fellow coterie mates.
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you both. Well, definitely feel free to take a seat. And you see Jacob does kind of shift his chair over one, so there is a spot sitting next to Amelia, because he figures as Aiden is her childer, perhaps Aiden would like to sit next to his sire.
Oh, Aiden acknowledges, sees that, and appreciates that, gives a nod, and then does sit in that location. But yeah, so Aiden will look towards the others and say, "So how have you all been? Have you been enjoying the festivities so far?"
Dante's a younger man, probably in his early 20s. He kind of like looks around and goes, "It's an all right shindig." And you see Victoria kind of reaches under the table and kind of pokes him in the leg with one of her fingers. Oh, it's a very nice party, sir. It's really grand.
Sir. Aiden almost. I want to hide this. I'm going to try to hide this. I don't think I can.
Okay. If you're hiding it, composure and subterfuge to school your features.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to try and catch it, wits and insight.
Unfortunately, Cedric is more focused on making a good impression.
Okay.
And absorbing information. Unfortunately.
Luckily, I got good composure because my subterfuge is horrible. It's okay. Oh no, I'm using willpower for that. That was horrible. Or maybe it's just meant to be. I know. Oh yeah, it's just meant to be. Yeah, there's no way. I got one success after trying to roll 7 dice.
What were you trying to hide?
There's a bit of a cringe hearing the word "sir" because Aiden is 19.
You see Victoria kind of quirk one of her brows up for a moment as she caught it. Amelia is just kind of like just patting you gently on the leg.
Like,
okay.
Was it prepared for that? Okay. And so Aiden nods as it says, "Thank you. We put a lot of time and effort to make sure that this was a pleasant experience for everyone involved. And I'm glad that you all are enjoying this. I don't believe I got a chance to meet most of you. Well, Jacob, of course, I've seen you before. Dante and sorry, you said Giuliano?
Giuliano, Dante, and Erica.
And Erica.
Oh, I missed Erica.
Yeah, that was the third one I missed. Could you tell us a bit of your experiences? How you came here?
Erica, for a brief moment, unlike most of the ladies that are very well dressed in dresses, she's wearing a very nice suit. Kind of looks towards Victoria and goes, "She wanted us to come with her." Before you see Giuliano go, the invitation said bring a couple people, and we're kind of interested in getting to meet more kindred of our kind, such as you and Mr. Archershire and Mr. Cedric.
Cedric does the left, right, left when the K word is dropped. The eyes.
He lowered his voice when he said it to almost a whisper before he popped it back up.
Oh, okay.
There's no one near us that we don't want to hear us. We can relax a bit.
Yeah, well, you don't have someone following you around, do you?
I have already
Cedric,
told
make me
you
a wits awareness roll.
Yay!
I could fix that problem for you, Mr. Donahue.
I can make a wits awareness roll?
Cedric.
Oh, okay.
It's a Cedric exclusive. Hopefully the dice like me. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I upgraded those.
I forgot about his stalker.
Yes, he do. It's not easy being rich. looks like it is.
Oh,
Hunger 2 now. Oh, no, he ate a donut. He's good. He's good. He
No,
ate
about to say
donuts.
you ate your donut.
Woo! 5 successes.
You don't see anybody.
Okay.
There we go.
But it is all right. Over the table, it is Victoria who made him work with make this possible. Or we haven't met your sire. Have we met your sire yet? Is it Victoria?
no.
Okay.
It's not,
Okay, we haven't met her yet. Okay, I'm just double checking.
Well, Aiden has not mentioned who specifically was the sire just yet, but
That's what I was.
Okay.
But Cedric will play nice. He'll stand up and give handshakes to everyone. Cedric Donahue of Divine Donuts, manager of the street.
You see Dante for a moment kind of look at you, go to say something before Erica jabs him in the side.
You know he's gonna do the equivalent of an insight to that. Like what's
You
going
can
on
do
here?
that. Yeah, what's an insight?
Okay. I don't think my insight got any better, but it's alright. It's okay. It's okay. 3 successes.
You're not sure what it was about, but probably something Erica was keeping a check on him.
Mm-hmm. If you or anyone you know is in need of some specialized desserts, let me know. Got different flavors of donuts.
Noted. And so Jacob does turn to look at Ardashir. You're the one who runs the casino on the boat, right?
I am.
How
Would
has
you
business
like
been?
to attend?
Well, I'll have to make my way over. I'm not too fond of the water, past experiences, but I'll come over and take a look at it. I run one of the theaters down in the French Quarter.
How interesting. Well, you all are welcome. All of you are welcome to come enjoy yourself. I will even formally extend a line of credit to all of you to make sure you can have a good time.
Well, if you're going to be that generous, then I will have to extend you some tickets to come see one of our shows in return. Perhaps one of the box seats instead?
I would be honored.
Well, then I will definitely have to come and check it out. It has been a while since I have gambled. So we'll have to see. But the party is lovely tonight. I have been eyeing a couple of items myself. Although I have promised Victoria I will not bid on one of them for her cousin's sake.
Why?
I have a cousin who is a comic book enthusiast.
Oh, the cream of the crop that we have available. I see.
Another cringe at comic book enthusiasts.
But yes, I have promised her I would steer clear of it and said I would not wish to cause a rift with family. We all know how per how finicky they are.
And just what has you and your family been up to recently? I've heard quite a few rumors.
Oh, well, what are the rumors that you have heard?
Well, wouldn't be any fun if I just revealed all I knew.
Well, then I can neither confirm nor deny, but the family is doing well. We have continued to make progress in some of our normal dealings, as well as some of our new dealings. As you know, New Orleans has a lot to offer our family.
Well, we will have to see just what I can learn about you all in time. I look forward to the experience.
Well, we will hope so. But yes, it's going to be an interesting time. I don't see the other two members of your coterie. Were they unwilling to join us?
I believe they were decided to stick around and speak to the heads of the charities that have decided to join us. So they may be joining us eventually, but right now they're most likely preoccupied.
So what is the exact reason behind this gala? I don't usually know too many of our kind who are willing to be abnormally charitable. I assume there is a alternate reason.
Clarify, who said this? This is Jacob or
Victoria.
Victoria. Aiden kind of looks towards Amelia for a second.
You see for once she looks like she's actually taking a sip out of her drink, kind of just like I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, she went Kermit on me. Okay. Okay. Good.
She's doing the equivalent of
I see.
Knowledge is a very intimate thing. It wouldn't do to share it too freely.
an exchange then.
And what are you offering in exchange?
I suppose I could offer a favor. A small one. I don't think that this information's going to be too big overall, and I have no interest in trying to throw the proverbial wrench into anything you guys have going on.
Well, that is an interesting offer. Well, the information is not mine to share, so Aiden, if it pleases you.
Aiden nods and says, we could work with that. So, what you may receive, you may be slightly disappointed, because there is a lot that has to do with just altruism. But if you are asking if there is a possible ulterior motive along with it, well, one of our individuals here, he wishes to be seen in a better light, and where you're able to be viewed upon in a higher status and a higher friendliness in society. It allows you to make waves amongst those not like us moving forward. So that is what this is partially is about, to extend that olive branch and allow others to be able to cross the road and see them in a different light than what they're currently being seen at the moment. PR, in a way.
Oh, well, PR is always fun, especially in our world. It all depends.
Well, it's very important. I realized by just performing this action, I have quite a few new connections that I did not have before, just by this one gala alone.
That is the fun thing about these types of events is you do get to meet people you don't always know. Myself, and of course my family, we are unfamiliar with most of you outside of what Amelia has told me. So these are valuable connections.
What has been told by chance? Just for curiosity's sake.
Oh, you are the owner of the zoo, and you are an abnormal charitable individual for one of our kind, which is always interesting to see.
Ain't it nods? And then the rest, have you heard anything about my fellow coterie mates?
You see, Victoria does turn to look at Cedric and Ardashir. I have heard that Mr. Ardashir is the owner of the Court Casino on the riverboat that is on the river. I hear it is a wonderful establishment, even though I am not a gambler myself. And for Mr. Donahue, he is new to the city, but I have heard he is seemingly quick to make people upset with him. You haven't found any more snakes, have you, Mr. Donahue?
No, I can't say that I have.
Excellent. Good. Good. I would just keep word of friendly advice. Keep your eyes open. Um, snakes often do like to hide.
I'm definitely getting a vibe for the local wildlife. Thank you for the caution.
You're welcome.
That does remind me. I believe we're missing a proper individual here, and Ada will look around for the ministry because he was supposed to attend.
Mm-hmm. Make me a wits and awareness roll.
Back to my massive dice pool. This is what I'm known for. Whoop. Ooh, so beautiful. Oh, another crit. Always so beautiful. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 9 successes with a crit.
With 9 successes with a crit. As you gaze around in the crowd, you do see Ismail standing across the room in conversation with somebody. His back is to you, and you can't quite see the individual he is talking to. But with that sight of him, we are going to switch over to Hank and Cherie and see what our chaos duo is up for tonight. You two were talking about someone in particular?
I don't know. Somebody was talking about vases, and so
That would have been Miss Cecilia Locklear talking about vases.
Cherie thought that was very suspicious and was very passionate about that suspicion. And even though Hank wasn't like buying into it all hook, line, and sinker, he was like, well, we might as well be safe. We don't want anything uncouth happening at the gala.
Yes. My original kind of idea was like planting a seed for it to, sprout later. Not that we were gonna investigate this right this second, but I also love doing this right now too, because that sounds like a whole bunch of chaos and that's fun. So,
So what is going on, guys? What is going on?
Is the lady what was her name again?
Cecilia Locklear.
Oh, Cecilia. Okay. Is Cecilia like sneaking off to some private area or something?
No, she is still mingling around with some of the other people here. She has rejoined the Davidsons, and they are having a conversation while they are standing near where the hors d'oeuvre area is.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's perfect. Because Hank's a little hungry.
Yeah, let's. I link arms with Hank and say, let's go get some snacks.
Oh, enchanté, of course. We walk over, totally not at all suspicious.
Not at all, but like absolutely walk right over next to see if we can overhear the conversation.
You'll just kind of slowly start picking through the hors d'oeuvres, and Hank can eat, so Hank's definitely snacking on stuff. Wouldn't want to. That would be pretty suspicious if I was just standing there staring at the hors d'oeuvres.
No, and Madame Cherie can eat too, so like we're both just like.
Oh, this is so good.
Make me a wits and awareness.
The 6 successes.
6 successes.
Yeah, over it, so that just doubles your success pool there. And then
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, 5 successes!
I love these new dice that you have. These are fantastic dice.
I do
I just love
too.
them. You guys are able to overhear their conversation. It does seem like they have transitioned their conversation from the business they had been talking to earlier when you guys approached their table. Now it is more towards like family, talking about their kids, sports. There's a lot about like different types of practices that their kids go to, and the tossing around of ideas for like gifts for birthdays and other upcoming events that they have. um you guys, as you guys are listening to this conversation, you can see Cecilia continues to look down at the pamphlet that they were given for the items that are on sale. In particular, she does keep looking at not the vases. She's looking at the very old tome that was also for sale.
do you know what's in that book that he's selling?
I don't. Do I know what's in that book?
Go ahead and make me an intelligence and occult roll.
Cute. Okay.
Anxious loving these hors d'oeuvres.
Hank, are you bypassing the little mushrooms with like the filling inside of them, or are you Hank a mushroom person?
Of course, those are great. It's kind of like deviled eggs. It's only a deviled mushroom.
There are deviled eggs there as well. The little
no.
paprika sprinkled on top.
Oh God, Hank's gonna get fat.
Okay, so it's only 2 successes.
The book has some occult nature. You have not had a chance to look inside of it, so you don't know fully what is in it, but it does give you that occult tingle in the back of your brain.
Yeah, Is there a way to tell how much this... Is this a silent auction, or is there going to be like an actual auction later?
Aiden, is it a silent auction or is it more of the standard auction?
Ooh, that is a good question. I think due to privacy standpoint of the streams possibly crossing with kindred and mortals alike, I think silent auction would probably make more sense. Yeah, it would make
Then
more
yes,
sense.
it will be a silent auction.
Okay, I think...
And so there will be an area where there is the option to put in paper tickets inside of it. That is guarded by 2 of Hank's... no, they're not Hank's security guards. They're a different set of security guards with their black suits, completely nice and pressed. One of the few guards that are not hired by Hank. They were... Amelia got them from outside.
Can't be too safe. It's okay. Hank is not insulted.
Hank, how do you feel about going over and talking to her and see what she knows about that book she's looking at?
mean, these are really good hors d'oeuvres. Oh,
These are very, very good hors d'oeuvres. Most of the time, the catering at these places is tragic.
yeah, but they just outdid themselves. Oh my god, deviled mushrooms and eggs. What world are we living in?
You can devil anything, apparently.
Oh my, I'd like to see what that recipe is for.
Think we may eventually find out.
Oh man, I've had too many deviled eggs. I'm getting silly.
Indeed, indeed.
But yes, I think I can maybe go talk to her. Hank takes a little
I'm sorry. You're old. You'll have to speak up again.
I think I can talk to her. Just gotta be smooth.
Yeah, just see what she knows about that book and what she seems to think its value might be, and let me know what she thinks that number is.
Looks pretty valuable. I mean, old, which usually means valuable with these books, right?
I mean, seems like it from here, but it's hard to tell.
Well, Hank piles up a few more deviled food items on his little plate, and he kind of circles around to.
I toss a crab cake on top.
To politely, like, kind of approach Cecilia from a frontward angle, and not be like sneak up and be like tap you on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, hey, what do you think about that book?
You are able to approach her from the front. As you see her come closer, or you go closer to her, she does look up at you. Oh well, it's lovely to see you again. Have you bid on anything so far?
Oh my God, they're so good. Oh, you said bid. Okay, sorry. I thought I heard bit, and I was just gonna say these hors d'oeuvres are fantastic.
They are really good. Have you tried the bacon wrapped asparagus? I'm not too fond of bacon, but I think it goes really well together with the asparagus.
Ooh, not yet. I'll have to get back to it. I was just looking at these interesting items that we had up for auction. I don't have any personal experience with them, but they're pretty interesting stuff here. What kind of book is this again? I'm not completely familiar.
I'm not certain either. The cover is very pretty. I'm not gonna bid on it. I feel like it's gonna be really expensive. I have been looking at this vase, and you see she flips back to the back of the book where her thumb had been. There's this really pretty vase right here, but I'm torn between if I should also bid on this very nice candlestick set as well.
Ooh, yes, I can see the appeal. That is a very pretty vase, and those candlesticks would just look great on a dining room table.
That's what I'm thinking. Like the vase, like I have a perfect shelf in my dining room where to put the vase, but I feel like the candlesticks might also make the room pop a little bit more.
Right? Yeah. Oh, that is such a nice vase. Oh, do you have a personal penchant for vases, or?
I do. My grandmother used to make pottery. Vases were her speciality, and I've always just had a nostalgic feeling for them.
Oh, you ever make any of your own? I feel like
Oh no, I am not nearly as dexterous as she was. I never picked up the creative bug. I was always much more of the help other people than creativity. My sister, however, does wonderful mosaics. So if you're looking at anything for like a kitchen backsplash, or if you want anything spectacular, I would recommend her entirely.
Oh, interesting. Yes, we might have to fancy up the agency, like, as we continue to grow. I'm sure that some of the hopefully better clientele we're looking to attract would appreciate a little more class.
Well, I have a business card of hers. You see, she pulls out her little the little purse she had with her and does dig through it a little bit and pulls out a card to hand to you. That's my sister's studio. She's a little bit outside of town, But definitely I would check it out.
Oh wow, that sounds. Thank you so much. I am sure whatever she does is gonna be great.
Well, I think they're about to start, so let me go ahead and quickly submit a bid for these candlesticks.
Ooh, good idea. Good idea. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hank wanders back to the bacon wrapped asparagus and goes to bite one while standing next to Cherie. She said she doesn't want the book.
Wait, she doesn't want the book?
That's what she said. She said she wasn't sure about like what it was and that she wasn't planning to bid on it because it would probably be too expensive. And Hank, being the trusting individual with no reason to disbelieve her, never bothered to roll insight.
Yeah, no, no, Cherie was absolutely about to ask, are you sure that she really meant it? Or is that just what she was saying to make you think that she didn't actually really want it?
I mean, she seemed pretty sincere. You know. Well, definitely was interested in the base, though. And a nice looking set of candlesticks. But maybe she's just a really good liar. I don't know.
No, I understand that you don't know. That's fine. We'll plan accordingly.
Well, you could just bid on the book. But you could just bid on the book, right?
I could, but if I'm going to bid, I want to win. So it would be
Cool.
nice to have a inkling of who else is interested.
Well, that's fair, but if you don't bid, you definitely won't win.
Hey, storyteller.
Yes.
So we are the rich kids, right?
Yes.
And I am. Let me just double check here.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
How much can I do?
How many dots of resources do you have?
I know. Well, roll 20 is.
It's being roll 20.
Yes.
We are not sponsored. I can talk trash.
I would like to roll.
No, you cannot.
Mile.
No,
Yes,
I
yes,
have
I
4 dots in resources.
So you would be, I believe, 4 dots. Let me pull up my handy dandy little cheat sheet that I have for all of these things. I believe it is a multi-millionaire, which you would be, so you could bid a couple million on it. Aiden, what is the going price for the book normally? Like, what is the starting bid price listed at?
1.1 million.
Ooh.
God
Yeah, I.
1.5 or 1.1? 1. Cool.
1.1? Okay.
It's like the fourth most expensive item because it's only cheaper than the necklace, one other item, and then the highest was the comic book.
Okay. And because I didn't roll high enough to really figure out what it is, but I know I don't want her to have it. I want it. Is 3 million out of the question?
No, you could bid 3 million.
Okay. Yeah, I would. I would like to bid 3 million.
Excellent.
And while I'm doing that, I'd like to tell Hank, no, you did well. It's not your fault. She's just hard to read. Thank you, I think, for trying. Still important information.
And
Maybe
as-
she really wasn't interested in. I guess we'll find out soon.
And as we are getting to the end of our episode, would anybody like to bid on any of the other items that are listed? Since I am taking a tally of people who are bidding on items, NPCs have already had their stuff written down.
It's Cedric. What you think?
I mean,
What other items are on the list? It was the book. It was
the book, the comic book, a necklace, the and then a lot of miscellaneous. What are the top 4 items? It's the comic, the jewels, and the book's
Ooh.
4th. What is the third?
The third would be, I would say it's like an old pistol that belonged to like a very classic individual from like maybe maybe this is shooting it a bit too far, but it could it be like a pistol that like one of the founding fathers actually had?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's been
Okay.
confirmed. We have verification from outside sources. I would say not George Washington because he's an absolute douche. But maybe
We can't go Thomas Jefferson either because he's in that basket too.
yeah.
I was
he's
thinking
in
about
basket.
that one dude from the
I mean, just
west.
because they're
from
douches,
the
people
frontier.
still spend money on them.
Yeah, they do.
What's his name? It's gonna bother me.
Will Smith?
No, there was a sheriff out west. That's really a cool person to
Wyatt
have.
Earp?
The one with the hat who never got. The only thing that got shot was his hat, and he was famous for catching people. What's his name?
Oh,
Snap!
Oh, that's gonna bother me.
Bass Reeves?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
so
That's
the pistol would belong to Bass Reeves.
Bass Reeves.
Well, it's the starting bid.
What would the starting bid for that be? If it is the 3rd most popular, would it start at $1 million?
No, because the starting bid for the book was 1.1, so this would have to be 1.5.
Okay, so then what would the comic be?
I put it. Maybe let's make
1.6?
No, the comic was at 3.4.
Oh, 3.4, okay. Cool.
And then in the next list we can put 2.5.
Okay, cool.
Cedric will put a bid in on the diamond necklace.
The diamond necklace, what would Cedric like to bid?
What's the standing bid?
The beginning bid is 2.5, and it's a silent auction, so you'd have to write it on a piece of paper and put it into the box.
You don't get to see what the standing bid is.
2.55.
2.5. Really?
He's the one who's not as rich. as
Well,
y'all.
So that's the thing too, right? With auctions, and sometimes people forget this, is that auctions usually have like minimum increments, so that people can't do like 5 cents over the price to like outbid someone.
2.5.
That's a whole 50K. Like what you mean?
2.5 million and a cent.
All right, Ardashir, are you bidding on anything?
No. I just has zero interest in human things.
Ardashir says no.
Thanks,
Yes,
yeah,
so you can tell a certain someone
Cherie
he
has
was
bid.
thinking about them.
Cherie has bid 3 million for the book.
Wait, Artisan doesn't have money. His sire has some money, right?
To Sire /
His,
Ghoul.
officially,
Yes, I
his
said
ghoul
ghoul,
has
yeah.
money, and he
Yeah, the
does not
ghoul-
care for such
Which
things.
technically being his ghoul means Ardashir has the user rights on those cards.
The user rights.
Hank, were you gonna bid on anything?
Hank's gonna bid on the fancy pistol.
Okay, Hank, what is your bid? Are you hitting the 1.5 or are you going up higher?
It starts at 1.5, so he'll be generous and say 1.6.
Cool, 1.6. Aiden, it's your auction. Are you bidding on anything?
That would be weird. Right? The auctioneer never bids their own stuff.
Just making sure, because I wasn't
yeah.
sure if you wanted Amelia to be technically the owner or what.
Oh,
But
no,
cool.
no.
So Ardashir and Aiden are setting out. So as the auction does progress, they do start with the smaller items first. Cecilia does end up with her candlesticks and the vase that she bid on. She spent 100K on the vase and 80K on the candlesticks. And as it's going on, you do see a couple.
Repeat that one more time. What did she get? The case.
She got the candlesticks and the vase that she had been eyeballing. That Hank saw her eyeballing.
Okay. Oh, and the charity is called the New Roads Charity. That's the one that's the charity that's,
Roads is spelled as in a road normally,
yes.
or
yeah, road.
Cool. And as they're going through, a lot of people are bidding on like the smaller items, the paintings, a couple rings that were listed, other forms of jewelry. Since the book is in contention for the most played off, the one that Di wants, we will start with Hank. Hank, you do win the winning bid for the pistol, because you are the only person who bid on it. And here's where we're gonna have a little bit of fun.
Ooh.
Cedric, was your bid? You were bidding against Mr. Davidson for that necklace. High or low?
High.
Mr. Cedric,
Yes.
you get a lovely, ethically sourced diamond necklace.
Oh my God, I got lucky. Oh my God.
This isn't supposed to happen.
And for the comic, Victoria wins the comic book. The bid was 1.6 originally. She spent 5 million for it.
Damn.
And now we are at Miss Cherie's book. Cherie, you did put in your bid with the best hope of winning the book. However, you were outbid by $2 million. The person fills out the slips after everything has been tallied. Mr. Nikos Alexandros has got the book. And Aiden, when that name is mentioned, you see that was the person who was talking to Ismail.
Oh. Could I do a quick check to see who this Nikos Alexander?
Go ahead and make me we'll do intelligence and streetwise. Anyone who wishes to roll.
Streetwise? Ooh, okay. Well, the
I'll go for
it. Nice. The intelligence part was
this,
nice.
This is why we have coteries. Because your other members might be able to figure it out.
Yes. Yeah, y'all might have to say this one because this is not wits and awareness for me. So, what I got 3 dice. I got nothing streetwise. Okay, 3 dice.
Would my sire have known of this person? Can I roll? Can I roll my Mala?
Add 2 dice for your. What's your Mala rating?
3.
Add your dice for your Mala rating.
Spending a dot of willpower.
Oh God.
Would I be able to roll for this?
Yeah, you can roll.
Okay.
What's in intelligence and streetwise?
Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna.
2 successes. Yay.
Cedric has
1,
2.
2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
4 successes. Aiden, what did you get?
1.
1 success.
This ain't wits and awareness, so I mean like.
Hank, what did you get?
6. Yeah, another
6.
crit.
Did you have a crit?
I needed a crit. Yeah, it's a
You
6 with a
critted?
crit. Yeah.
Perfect. And for Ardashir, what did you get?
4.
4 with or without a crit?
No crit.
Perfect. Cedric and Aiden. You don't know who this guy is. this is the name. He's a very attractive man. For Cherie and Ardashir, the name does hit both of you as a Toreador who has been in the city for a very long time. So you both have heard different things about him. Cherie, you have been in the city pretty much your entire life. You know, at one point he did own a library within the city. Ardashir, your sire has basically told you that he is a very old Toreador, very cranky and grumpy, and to basically, if you don't need his assistance with anything occult related, just leave him alone. Hank, you being the outlier of this, have heard that not only has this man has a very impressive book collection spanning centuries worth of text. He is also very generous with his money when it comes to academic institutions, including being one of the people who is a big donor for the local university.
Okay.
And would anybody like to add anything with this new knowledge?
Add anything? What do you mean?
Anyone want to talk anything? Chat amongst yourselves?
Oh yeah. I think Aiden would make their way over to Amelia and be like, by the way, who is Nico? This Nico?
Oh, let me see if she knows.
Madame Cherie, this is a much, I believe, bigger book aficionado than even yourself.
For willpower. You see in a very hushed tone, she kind of leans down to you and very softly whispers, that is one of Jacob's. That is Jacob's grandsire.
Grandsire. Ooh. Aiden pauses as he starts to do the math in his head of sires and to be.
You can make me a what's an insight roll on Jacob.
Okay.
Because he's sitting nearby.
That's a bit better for me, so I would appreciate that. 1, 2, 3. Heightened senses doesn't help with insight though, right?
No.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. So just 5. All right. Ooh, nice though. Well, perfect. 5 successes.
Even with his blush of life on, he looks abnormally pale. Like he's kind of unhappy to see him there.
I think Aiden would because we're sitting next to Jacob. I think would just kind of like gently pat his arm in an affirming manner when he notices his facial expression, to provide a bit of comfort.
His shoulders are very tense, and he has not kind of let that tension go just yet. He's still kind of like seemingly a little tense to see the other person there. And then you see Amelia does get up, and she gently goes around the other side of where he is and kind of takes his hand in hers and kind of whispers something, and you see he gets up and she kind of looks at you. She very gently says to him, "Let's take a little bit of a walk." Aiden, if you would like to join us for a walk around, I'm gonna go show him the garden.
Of course. They will look towards I think it was Cedric and Ardashir, who was still at the table. Says, "I will excuse myself, but I will be back in just a moment. We should be back soon."
If you need me, ring me.
Of course.
And as our favorite coterie here has won their items, met a new person, networked a bit, that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Cool.
All right, and with that, our vampire game has concluded for the evening. First, allow me to thank our wonderful storyteller for putting together certainly an interesting event tonight. But I will let these wonderful people tell you where you can find them throughout the internet, and we will start with our storyteller once again.
Hi, I am Ari. I come here and torment these lovely people every once in a while and let re-torment me in return because that is how this works. I am over on the Twitter still because I refuse to call it X at Small Shadow Snack, and I'm also over on Blue Sky as Aurelia Crane. I am also, if you go to any conventions, helping out with Snowstorm Comics. So go check us out on snowstormcomics.com. I know Kira's going to give an entire speech about it, but yes, please go help out.
It's a big upcoming comic company that you should definitely check out.
It is apparently selling books for $5 million now. Speaking of comics,
Good piece of literature, okay?
Kira, it's your turn.
Thank you, Hank. I appreciate that. Like I said, people just need to look at Action Comics to see where the idea came from. But hi, yes, I am Kira858. This has been an absolute blast. And yes, in terms of where you can find me on the internet, you can find us as we're debuting our brand new comic book series, Rise of the Nephilim, from our new comic book company, Snowstorm Comics, as Ari alluded to. We debuted during WonderCon and had a fantastic time meeting brand new customers and different individuals coming by, taking a look at the comic. You can go to our website, the www.snowstormcomics.com, to be able to pick up either the standard version or our varied edition if you're a collector and would like to get one of those 500 copies that's only going to be available for those. We're almost sold out on the standard version, but we're going to have a second printing being sent out next week. So like I said, you still should be able to get it online available. So just head on over to snowstormcomics.com. If you want to check us out on the social medias, we're on Instagram, where you can find all of our pictures and all of the customers that came by for our debut. And it's a few months away, but if you're going to be at New York Comic Con, we're going to be there. So round 2, super excited. I have never been to New York before in my life. So I'm looking forward to getting the classic, hey, I'm walking here. You know what I mean? I'm ready for all of that as we make our way over. And yes, that is yours truly. It'll be a pleasure.
All right, at the risk of offending all of New York, we're going to go ahead and continue. Di, your turn.
Hi, I'm Di. You can find me at Dicromaniac. I'm not really on social media that much, but when I'm there, that's my name. And I'm here. Hi.
Indeed. Ursa, your turn.
See, I'm going last because Ree don't love me no more. But that's okay though. You still owe me the fried chicken and the grits. But what's up, y'all? I've been Ursula, the one who played Cedric. I have been radio silent on the interwebs and the socials as of late because I've been brewing up a campaign of my own. So that's been in the pipe works. I'm finally working out the kinks in my system. So we gonna enter the beta testing phase, and if that's all fine and dandy, I can get some legal doodads going. And once that's all complete, I might be bringing y'all something. So be on the lookout for that on the Twitches, on the YouTubes, and wow, I need to step up my social media game. I don't post nothing, but yeah, that's me. Hey, it's Omri.
You weren't last, Sir Monolith. Your turn.
Hi, yeah, I'm at Sir Monolith or Sir Monolith on Twitter and Blue Skies, though I'm not really active on either of them. I just kind of am there to exist, and if at some point in the future I need to use them, I guess I will dial back in. It's probably important, if you plan on doing something independently. Or heck, even if you want to be like a published author nowadays, you still need to go out there and do all the marketing yourself, right? So, because your publisher's not going to do it. Nobody gives a shit. They're just like, yeah, we'll put it out there and take 75%. It's fine. But mostly you'll find me here causing trouble for Ari and Ree.
All right.
Well, because you're the storyteller.
No, right. But as for myself, you can find me on Twitters as well at ReeRoles to discover when our next campaign is beginning. There will be some new ones coming up in the next month or so. Make sure to join us next week as we continue this story. And if you are in the mood for some fantasy reading, go ahead and check out royalroll.com/the Obsidian Kingdom to read the story of a young man who is teleported to a fantasy world. And I believe that is all the announcements today. So I will say, please go with love and happiness and spread some joy in the world.
Ain't no happiness until there's chicken. Y'all out here nodding. Let them off the hook.